Niebla josecuervoi is a fruticose lichen that grows on rock, stony soil and sand along the Pacific coast of northern Baja California from near Misión San Vicente Ferrer to Punta Santa Rosalilillita. The epithet, josecuervoi, is in honor of a field assistant, Jose Cuervo. Distinguishing features: Niebla josecuervoi is distinguished by the thallus divided into linear prismatic branches initially developing from a common attachment base, or holdfast. The outer basal branches generally creeping or ascending near the ground for some distance. Central branches ascending to erect, all dividing irregularly and frequently above, bearing many short spine-like branchlets along the upper side, collectively appearing comb-like, the whole thallus to 22 cm in diameter. The species, N. josecuervoi, also recognized by containing salazinic acid, without triterpenes. Similar species Niebla are an area that differs by the absence of a holdfast and by terminal, short bifurcate, or antler-like, branchlets. Niebla are few so that has terminal flattened, hooked, and fringed branches. Niebla flavellata that differs by the irregular-shaped branches mostly flattened above a short, tubular base. Niebla marini distinguished by the wide-angled branching, horseshoe-shaped. Niebla limicola distinguished by shortly bifurcate branchlets along lower dilated branches. Niebla pulchrabarbara distinguished by containing protocetraric acid instead of salazinic acid, and the acid-deficient Niebla homilioids. Taxonomic history: Niebla josecuervoi was first recognized by Philip Rundle and Peter Böhler based on thalli growing abundantly on basalt ridge of Colina del Sudoeste, Bahia do San Quintin, the 28th of March 1971, as a new species of Desmasiaria. Type specimen: salazinic acid. Rundle and Böhler 250. Univ. Caliph. Irvin. Fig. 3. The genus name later replaced by Niebla. It was one of two new species they described for the genus. The other, Niebla pulchrabarbara, as Desmasiaria, was distinguished by the absence of a basal attachment plate, and also by the absence of apothecia, while further noted in the descriptions of the two species to differ in their chemotypes. Salazinic acid, N. josecuervoi. Protocetraric acid, N. pulchrabarbara. It was also stated that N. josecuervoi is typically saxicollis, whereas it was unclear whether their interpretation of the terricollis species, N. pulchrabarbara, included thalli with salazinic acid, since only N. josecuervoi was mentioned as growing on sand, less than 2%, in their data. Table 2. On-ground coverage of lichens at the type locality. Richard Spute, who conducted almost yearly expeditions to Baja California, 2 to 4 weeks duration, from 1985 to 1996, did not find Niebla with protocetraric acid south of Bahia do San Quintin among approximately 2,000 specimens of Niebla he analyzed by thin-layer chromatography. On 5 May 1986, Spute, accompanied by John Cassidy, chairman of the Department of Medicinal Chemistry and Pharmacognosy at Purdue University, and later dean of the School of Pharmacy at Ohio State University, along with his graduate student, Thomas McLeod, collected a 1 kilogram sample of a terricollis Niebla on sandy shore of Bahia Falsa at Bahia do San Quintin. Voucher material from that sample, WBA 333, was later designated as type for the newly described Niebla arenaria Niebla josecuervoi as recognized by Spute as according to the morphological and chemical description provided by Rundle and Böhler, but not according their ecological data. Böhler and Janet Marsh in The Flora of the Greater Sonoran Desert did not provide a description for Niebla josecuervoi. but instead stated, see Niebla Homilia for a description, with further reference to their discussion where it was concluded that only two species can be recognized by the medulla reaction to paraphenylenediamine. Depsidones, PD+, depsides, PD. However, the acid-deficient species recognized by sput. N. homilioides, is chemically more related to the depsidone species group. Two descriptions were provided for N. homilia, one for rock forms and one for soil forms. Soil forms were implicitly excluded from the nomenclature list of synonyms by stating, rock populations of N. homilia thalli have spot tests negative, except P+. Synonym Niebla pulchrabarbara. See Niebla josecuervoi. K+ when salicylic or protocetraric acids are present. See Niebla josecuervoi. It appears that the description under N. homilia was intended for the two species, a practice that deviates from that traditionally published in Floras, as was the case in the 1972 publication. The data and discussion for the soil inhabiting Nieblas in the Sonoran Desert flora are conflicting. Additionally, the distribution map shown for Niebla josecuervoi indicated only 4 areas of occurrences on the main peninsula of Baja California and 1 for Guadalupe Island. Species with depsidones do not occur on Guadalupe Island. Niebla josecuervoi was recognized by sput as common on lowland rocky terraces and mesas, occasional on stones of mountains ridges in the northern Vizcaíno Desert, and transitional vegetation to California chaparral. Quote, Niebla josecuervoi in Index Fungorum. World Botanical Associates. Niebla josecuervoi. Retrieved 26 December 2014. http www.worldbotanical.com, Niebla_josecuervoi. htm #josecuervoi. Lichen flora of the Greater Sonoran Desert. Book review. Richard Spute. Web page. http www.worldbotanical.com, Lichen %20 flora %20 review. htm